All right, everybody, welcome to BO Boys Emergency Web Exclusive Trailer Review Edition.
I'm Pat.
Hi, I'm Clayton.
Okay, so
they know who we are. It's a web exclusive.
They know, but I think for the rhythm of it, you still want to hit your marks.
Okay.
Even on a web exclusive, you want to start with I'm Clayton, I'm Pat.
Things
so
are
people feel settled.
loosier on the web exclusive.
No, I
That's
think
how I feel.
they're tighter and righter. On a web exclusive, you gotta hit it harder than ever.
We disagree. I disagree.
Okay.
We're YouTubers. Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
This is a web exclusive. Down in the comments, say whether you want loosey-goosey or
Tight,
weirdly
right.
tight and rigid.
Yeah, tight and
militaristic
right.
and
Yes.
rigid
Yes.
for a trailer
information.
review.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need to be in formation. We're doing a trailer review.
Yeah.
I mean, you got that part right. So, Wicked for Good, aka Wicked 2, it comes out November, and they just dropped this trailer last night, and it is everywhere. And we both watched it. We're not going to do the thing where it's like we're showing the trailer and we're commenting along as the trailer goes. We're not going to do that. I feel like that is blasé. People have seen it. They don't want it.
Okay.
What they want is we've watched it already, and we're now going to talk about it. I think that's the future of reviewing trailers on YouTube, is to not show the trailer as you talk about it.
Okay.
And listen, we may go to that format at some point, and then that'll be great, and people will love it. But what we're going to do here is we watched it. So if you haven't already, and we are YouTubers, hey guys, is stop this video right now, open up another browser, or another browser tab.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of this tab.
No.
Keep this tab open. Another tab, watch the Wicked for Good trailer on your own time. Quickly, do it quickly. Come back to this tab that you're on now. Keep watching our video. We've all watched the trailer for Wicked for Good. So, Clayton, first off, did this mean anything to you having not seen the original 2024 Wicked?
So I'll give you a little Wicked history.
Okay.
I did not see it in theater.
Okay.
I attempted to watch it on the cock.
Okay.
Got through maybe 5 minutes.
Wow.
And said, not for me.
So you couldn't stay on the cock that long?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I was staying on the cock. I just bounced over to something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was already on the cock.
Right.
So I was like, I might as well stay on the cock for
watch
a little
the
while.
collab.
Yeah.
Go over, watch some SummerSlam, whatever it was you were watching. Okay.
Yeah. But
yeah,
obviously this movie was huge hit. I would say close to a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Right?
I would
mean,
say
for a movie that is a musical turned into a film, which is been hit or miss.
Yeah.
This one definitely hit.
This one hit. This was not Rent. Wicked 2024 was not a Rent situation.
It was not Cats.
It was not Cats.
It was not Rock of Love. Oh, Rock of Ages. I always do that. It's Rock of Ages.
It was not Rock of Ages. It was bigger than Hairspray, though Hairspray was a hit.
Yes.
The musical version of the movie musical of the original movie, that was a hit, but Wicked was bigger. Wicked is about as big as it gets in terms of movies based on musicals. It was a phenomenon. I think Wicked 2024 could have gone higher if Gladiator 2 was bigger and they got to do the Barbenheimer thing, which didn't happen.
Yeah, and the name wasn't there.
And the name wasn't there. So Glicked. Remember Glicked? People tried to make Glicked happen, and it didn't happen. So Wicked was huge. And now we've got this trailer for Wicked for Good. So you haven't seen the original Wicked. Did you feel watching this trailer like you were lost because you haven't seen the original, or did you get it?
No, I didn't feel lost because I can put things together.
Okay.
I don't. I think you'd have.
You can remember to hit record on a
No, I
video
remembered to
podcast.
hit record.
Yeah.
I just didn't remember if I remembered.
Right.
That's a different thing.
It's totally different.
That's more of a something to get a brain scan for.
Yes,
100%.
Which is not covered by BO Boys Insurance.
Absolutely.
That's on your own dime.
No, I would say that you would have to be really stupid not to at least sort of understand what's going on in this trailer.
Okay.
But I do feel like it has a darker tone to it.
Okay.
And that, I think, could be intriguing to people who maybe didn't watch the first one, where it felt hi, bright, and which is not necessarily what it was, but the trailers were like, hey, hi, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, a lot
This
of hey,
is
hi.
like, and I think
Right.
there might be a group of people
People.
who would want to see this, see some fighting, see some betrayals, see some
anger.
Elphaba
is pissed in this movie.
Darkness, see that sort of thing. It's almost the, what is it? It was Star Wars, and then it was Return of the Jedi.
Well, Empire Strikes Back.
I'm sorry, Empire. So this is the Empire.
Okay.
Because it's got the little darker tone to it.
Okay.
So, which is, I'm not a Star Wars guy, but as a kid, I preferred that to the original Star Wars.
Okay.
So that was the thing that intrigued me, where I felt like, maybe I want to see this wicked witch be wicked.
So you're intrigued. I mean,
I'm more intrigued than I was for the first one. I will not see this film.
Wow.
But
you will not see this blockbuster hit.
No.
That could be another phenomenon. That could be the first one was up for Best Picture.
Yeah.
I think this second one, having watched this trailer, now I saw the first movie.
Yeah.
And I liked it. And I've seen this trailer. I do think this trailer portends to a bigger hit, and possibly this is a Oscar player, not just like the first one getting the noms, but this could be a player. It's got more emotion, it seems. It's got, like you said, betrayal. There's some stakes in this one that I don't think the first one sets up, necessarily has in the same way.
It sets it up, but it doesn't actually have it in the film.
Yes, and now these are the stakes. I think Wicked for Good, based on this trailer, could be bigger than the first one, both at box office and at the Oscars. I have a good feeling after seeing this trailer.
I mean, Oscars wise, I can't speak to that yet because we just don't know what's going to be in contention.
Who knows exactly?
I am of the thought that this is going to be the same as the first one. Gets a lot of noms, wins a few, and that's it. I just think that these movies are not for the Oscar voters as we see them now and their patterns of voting and what they really like.
Right.
So
right.
I just don't see this as being
the materialists will be bigger.
Yeah. That's not true. I don't think the materialists is anything. That's
not true.
That's a bad example.
That will be a disaster in every way, and we'll be talking about it in a few weeks.
Box office wise, which is we're the BO boys. We're not little gold men.
We're not.
We're not little and we're not gold, but we are men.
We are men. Though we are the BO boys.
That's true.
Yeah. So actually,
we're boys
not
and men.
Yeah.
Like the group, boys and men.
Boys and men. Yeah.
So I think that this box office wise is going to be as big or bigger than the last one because they do want finality. The people who went to see this movie do want to see the final one. The darker element could bring in people who are adverse to the first one.
Okay.
And
not you, but people like you.
People
not as staunch as you.
Who have more interest. I'm not staunchly against seeing this movie. I just don't have an interest in seeing this movie.
Okay.
And therefore,
you're staunch in your disinterest.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm staunch. I just don't have any inkling to see this
We're
movie.
YouTubers. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
In the comments below, is Clayton staunch in his disinterest and in other things? Is he a staunch person? Write that in the comments. Just write Clayton staunch yes, Clayton staunch no. We'll count them up afterwards, and then we'll make a decision.
Well, first, write loosey-goosey, weirdly rigid, or weirdly rigid.
Yeah. And then Clayton staunch or not staunch.
Yeah.
So things I liked about this trailer, other than I think, the tone feels more important than the first one. I like that we know in this trailer the wizard's the bad guy. Spoiler alert. The first one ends, he's a dick. The wizard's a dick, and now we know it. I love the moment when Elphaba, Cynthia Erivo, is I'm off to see the wizard. Call back to we're off to see the wizard, which was happy in The Wizard of Oz. But now You get that, I'm off to see the wizard, aka I'm going to go kick this dude's ass.
His ass.
I love that. Badass. We're off to see the wizard, portending to bloodshed on the way. I love that. I do. This trailer is missing a little of what made the first one so big, which was Ariana Grande as the affable comedic presence. But I do think them really focusing on that relationship with her, the two main characters, and you're my friend, I've only had one friend, all that. I think that's going to play big. I think those are some heartstring pulls that are going to really lead to extra dollars at the BO.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the shot? Do you know what shot I'm talking about? The shot.
Them holding hands, or
Well,
of them hugging and crying? What's the shot?
The shot of, you got that quick glance from high above.
The when
shot,
you see Dorothy.
When you see Dorothy. You
Okay,
see Dorothy from behind.
Yeah.
Who was Dorothy walking with? And again, on a different tab on the browser, you could open up the trailer for Wicked for Good, go to that moment, freeze frame there. We see Dorothy from high above, far away. Who is she walking with? Because I didn't recognize, I didn't see a Tin Man. I don't think one of those people is a Scarecrow.
I only focused on that iconic dress, the Dorothy dress.
The dress is there. The dog is there. Toto is there.
Yeah.
So it's Dorothy and Toto. And then there were people who I didn't recognize who she's with. So is this a different adventure she's on?
Isn't there a moment? At the beginning, after the house falls on the Wicked Witch.
It's her and Toto.
Well, there's a group of the people that sort of send her off.
Yes, I mean the Dunkin' Donuts snacks.
What?
The Munchkins.
Okay. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
So they send her off. So it could be at the beginning of her journey. That's the thing. It could be.
I didn't recognize Munchkins though in this.
Okay, but what I'm saying is there's also they maybe have changed that to just townspeople.
Got it.
I don't know if again this could be a companion situation.
Got it. You're
know.
right. In now thinking of Wicked, they did change the look of the Munchkins, if I remember correctly. So yes, those could be current.
Are they referred to
Munchkins.
that as that in Wicked, or are they just townspeople?
I don't remember if they ever say meet
or they
the
citizens?
Munchkins meet the town. It might be the citizens. So she's walking with citizens.
With citizens.
Okay, that could be what's going on in that shot. Is she just walking with citizens?
Yeah.
I do think in this trailer there was a moment though where you see the lion, who I think was a CGI lion.
Okay.
But I think he was the lion. I didn't see a Tin Man. Do you think that people want the Tin Man in this Wicked for Good? Will they be disappointed if there is no Tin Man?
Here's what I think good.
Will you be disappointed if there's no Tin Man?
No, because I won't see it, so I don't care.
Wow, that's staunch.
Here's what I think is good about these films is that I think the majority of people going to see this movie are going there to see the already established characters that are in Wicked,
right?
Not Oz characters. I think would be fun maybe to see the Tin Man and the Lion and the Scarecrow,
right,
and some of the citizens.
And you got to get Jack Black to play one of those three characters.
And we already would have heard about that.
Yeah,
that's the case.
That's
it's already been shot.
That's what puts this, because the first one came up short of $1 billion. Jack Black as the Scarecrow, this is $1 billion baby.
Well, he'd be the Lion.
He would be the Lion,
just because
the bigger character, the larger
because
character.
Think about the straw budget if you try to make him right. These budgets are already bloated.
Right.
I think the strength of these movies is that the fan base doesn't care about, oh my God, look, the lion's in there. Or they're not going to be like, not my Oz because there's no lion.
Yeah.
I don't think that the people who actually will go see this movie care.
Okay. Well, they want the stuff from the play.
They want the stuff from the play. And if that is in the play, then they want that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Did you see the play?
I've never seen the play.
So who knows if they're in there or not?
Who knows? Yeah.
But this movie is not going to succeed or fail on whether or not you have Easter eggs
Okay.
for Wizard of Oz fans.
Got it. Unless those Easter eggs were already baked into the musical, in
And
which
then
case
you
then you
got to
have
have
those
them or
Easter
you're
eggs.
sunk.
Yeah, or else you're sunk. I think this is going to be the first movie got to what 475 million domestic, I think. It got to 473 domestic, another 281 international, 755 worldwide. After seeing this trailer, I think this is a $1 billion baby. I think that the more and more people have caught up with this movie.
They've gotten
after the fact,
past
PVOD.
the first 5 minutes of it. You think?
I think a lot of people are nearly as staunch as you, and yes, they've watched this whole movie on streaming. I think there is going to be excitement. I love in the trailer, it says, I forget the exact wording, but something like the epic conclusion. They're telling the audience, even if they're going to make 10 more of these, they're telling the audience this is the final of this story. You've got to see this one. People love a beginning, they love an ending. They don't like just a middle movie. So I think it's very smart that they are saying this is the end of this, whether it is or not. And I think that's going to drive people. I think this is a $1 billion baby.
I mean, I sort of don't get the hype for this trailer. I mean, I like I said, I like the dark elements. I like that there seemed to be more of a finality to the story.
Emotion.
But it didn't move me in any way that the first trailer did either.
Okay.
Like I just think that this is sort of lost on me, and that's fine. That's the great thing about the box office right now, is that major like motion pictures that are phenomenon can completely miss me in the sense of having any sort of need or want to see it. But it's filling a gap for people that normally don't go see movies.
Right.
And that's great.
Right.
This does not have to hit me squarely. This does not have to be for me. The fact that this is not for me is awesome.
Because it doesn't need you.
Because it doesn't need me. And that's the same
you.
thing with Minecraft. That's why Minecraft was a phenomenon and it's so amazing. It doesn't need me.
Right.
And
right.
that's what you need at the theater. Now, Final Reckoning needed me. And I was there for it.
Right? It really did need you, yeah.
And I will be there for the movies that need me.
So just quickly looking way ahead at what comes out around Wicked for Good. So Wicked for Good comes out November 21st. There's an untitled Warner Brothers film that day. I don't know what that could be. I don't think there's a DC movie coming out or Harry Potter or whatever.
Well, maybe it's Solomon Grundy or Swamp Thing or Clayface.
Wow.
Great, that great slate of DC movies that everybody's going to rush to see.
Wow. So you're also staunchly against Swamp Thing.
I mean, I just think that we're past the point of making superheroes that no one gives a shit about into hits.
I don't think, though, there's an unannounced Swamp Thing movie coming out in November. But the weekend, Wicked for Good comes out November 21st. The following, I guess, Wednesday, November 26th, Zootopia 2 comes out. So, but remember, last year, Wicked was out, I think, at the same time as Moana 2.
Yeah, it was.
So I don't think this is a killer. Or if anything, it just like creates just like all people want to do is go to the theater. These families will be going to the theater.
Wootopia. Wicked in Zootopia.
Wootopia. So just Wicked just gets the W.
But Woo. I mean, Woo is great.
Yeah, Woo is great.
To be part of a Woo. Everybody loves a Woo. Wootopia too?
Yeah, you'd get a lot of like Ric Flair style Wootopia, which I think then Wicked really gets lost in that because then you think it is a wrestling festival mixed with Zootopia. I think the Wootopia really doesn't put any kind of spotlight on Wicked.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see. And then Five Nights at Freddy's is a few weeks later.
Wow, that's going to be huge. Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
And there is an Avatar. That's right. There's an Avatar movie at the end of this year. So Wicked is going to have a lot more competition this year than it did last year. Because remember, last year it was Gladiator kind of underperformed. You know, Moana 2 was huge. December was Sonic and Mufasa, so nothing close to Avatar or Five Nights at Freddy's. And there's an Anaconda movie on Christmas Day. Anyway, so
that has Paul Rudd in it.
Okay.
It's a comedic remake of Anaconda.
Okay. Is it actors who are in a Anaconda remake and then as themselves, and then the Anaconda actually starts killing them? Is that the?
I don't know if
idea?
it's meta, but I know that it is a comedy.
Okay. Okay. Which you're staunchly against as well.
No, I like a comedy.
So yeah, I still think, man, this trailer, it hit me. I think.
You were so excited you wanted to get on the mic and make this a web exclusive.
Yeah. Yeah. In a rigid, focused way. I wanted to do that. I think we pulled it off.
And let us know if you like it rigid, oddly, or if you want it to be more loosey-goosey.
Yeah, do you want it hard or do you want it soft? Let us know in the comments below.
Loosey-goosey doesn't have to be soft.
Loosey-goosey is, flopping around.
It can go from hard to soft in loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
If it's rigid, it's just rigid and there's no movement.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants is for it to go hard to soft in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
As opposed to rigid, solid, right, steady all the time.
As long as it's hard long enough during it, then you get the job done.
Right. All right.
I think it keeps you on your toes.
So comment below on all of this because we posed a lot of big questions today. But also let us know in the comments what you thought of this Wicked trailer. Is this going to be $1 billion baby? The same as the first one or less? I mean, we didn't even talk about the possibility that this will not do as well as the first one.
I don't think the competition matters because I think as long as we can keep the momentum going through the year, we'll have to see where the downturn is. But I think around that holiday season, I do think people are going to be psyched to go see movies. And it's, everything is going to be raised by the competition.
Yeah.
And not even competition, just the amount of movies to go to every weekend is going to make it into a thing that people do every weekend.
Between Wicked for Good, Zootopia, Five Nights at Freddy's, which is like Megan 2, going to be such a young person's for me type movie.
Yeah.
And then an Avatar movie.
Which is just going to be massive.
It's going to be massive.
His wife, so not to talk too much, and we don't want to make this too long, but
yeah.
Apparently.
Because people don't want it too long also.
No.
They want it short and floppy.
Absolutely. Well, hard sometimes and then floppy sometimes.
But always
and then you just
short.
never know.
Yeah.
But James Cameron's 7th wife, whatever he's on, and listen, I'm not saying that derisively, good for you.
Yeah, sure.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yep. A wife for every avatar.
Absolutely. His wife cried for like 3 hours after seeing the latest one.
Okay, and that's good. That's part of his positive promotion for this. Is my wife
by it that it was so emotional.
Okay, I listen.
Either that or he didn't sign a prenup, and that's what she was crying about.
Yeah,
who knows?
Yeah, his lawyer had a talk with her, and then she started crying.
And then she started crying after she'd seen the movie.
Yeah,
because they knew how big it was going to be.
Yeah,
and they were like, don't think you're going to get a piece of this.
Right. And then she just broke down crying from Avatar, Fire and Ash.
And then, of course, James is like, I'm a true artist. And, of course, she cried.
Yes. So, yeah, this could be a real, not just the movies are back. They're not going anywhere. But the movies are the center of culture. We could have that moment in this Wicked through Avatar end of year period.
Everybody's talking about movies.
Everyone's talking about movies. So very excited. This is something we'll possibly be doing more of.
Yeah.
These web exclusive trailer reviews. And so now you could close that other browser tab if you've had it open. You don't need it anymore. And we'll finish this and then you could close the tab that you're looking at right now.
Yeah.
And then you could close all tabs. So that's all I got, Clayton. I got nothing else. I told them to close the tabs, email us theboboyspodcast@gmail.com, comment below, and I'm done.
Yeah, I finished.
Perfect, great.
I mean, is there anything left to be said?
No, I don't think so. So I could leave, and that's it.
Except for, until next time,
We'll smell you at the box office. Nailed it. Hey, guys.